Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, insert coin, press start, choose your character because it's SCNS Live time.
Oh, hey kids, I am the professor. This is Jason the X.
I'm Jason the X.
And we're back for, like Vanilla Ice, we're back for a brand new edition.
Don't ever do that again.
No, I'm allowed to do that.
No, you are not.
I am allowed to do that, sir.
We're not even 5 seconds into the show. And you've already said something lame. All right.
Word to your mother.
So, okay. This weekend, we were at North Texas Comic Book Show, one of the, most awesome things that we do.
Yeah.
I love that show, man, just because, I don't know, we've seen it grow.
Yep.
We've been a part of almost every one so far. Well, not all of them. I went out to interview
quite a few we've been out there.
But we've been out to quite a few of them. It's getting to be one of my favorite things to do, man. And I know we go to the bigger cons. We go to a lot of cons around here.
Yeah, we like to spread ourselves thin.
We go to
occasion.
all the cons.
Yes.
And even all con.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah. Oh. That's pretty punny.
So, it's 6 o'clock, and I want to note right now that Miss Muse, who's supposed to be here, ain't here.
Yeah, where is that little young
She's about
woman?
to get a rash of crap when she hits that door. That's what's going to happen.
Uh-oh. Jason's not happy.
She should be here.
He's gonna have a very, very serious, candid come to Jesus discussion with her.
We don't do that on camera.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, from the chat room, is Chris high?
Always.
Okay. Anyway.
Right. I am.
All right. So you got con crud again.
No, I got con crud.
Is it just because of your weak immune system?
I didn't get con crud this weekend. I went what? Where do you get? I got con crud.
I'm on your Facebook. Okay.
Oh, the other day.
You were saying that you had con crud.
Oh, kind of little. No, not entirely. I just.
So you were just fishing for sympathy?
No, I was kind of feeling a little on this week. Well, let's see. Okay, let me give you the rundown of me after the con. We had a great time, by the way, Saturday at NTCBS. Again, thank you, Chris, and the gang with NTCBS for inviting us out. Also, I want to thank all the interviews, everybody we hung out with.
Oh, we got to meet Reese again. I love that kid.
Oh, Reese was awesome. I love her to death. She's a great kid. I wish I could adopt her. She
already has parents.
Well, maybe her parents will get bored.
Look, if you need a kid that badly, you can take Eddie.
No, I want the.
No, you can't get the good one.
I want the good one. No.
She's the good one. That's what we call her. That's what I call her.
Eddie's a sweet kid.
That's what I call her in front of Eddie. The good one.
You're so mean.
The good one.
You're mean and horrible to your child, sir.
I'm not mean and horrible to my children.
He is mean and horrible to his children.
That camera is like way off to the right. I probably should have looked at that.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
So anyway, North Texas Comic Book Show was a big success this weekend. They had Lone Star, which, by the way, we are at Lone Star Comics in Plano, Texas, on Independence and Parker. Come over here for all your comic book needs. And guess where we're going to be in just a few weeks? Right back here.
Really?
Yeah, we just got no originality and no place to go.
But
we will be back here for free comic book day, all day, every day. Till
that day.
Stuff falling.
Oh, God, the store's falling apart. My God.
Anyway, so overall, North Texas Comic Book Show, they had, over 300? I think MC posted on the page.
They said I think it was like over 300.
Over 300?
Chris told us, yeah.
Over 300?
Yeah. I'm really proud, and I'm proud, man. I'll tell you, for a small one-day event like that, they pulled some pretty good numbers.
I really want them to get into a bigger place.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's time. It's time. My mic stand is doing, like, weird things.
Yes, it is. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Anyway,
I was saying that Allegiance of Powers actually sat next to us during the con, that was friggin' awesome. I liked all the people in costume.
Yeah, everybody was coming by and saying hi, and especially the AOP team, which we did. Really, my favorite was the more serious and candid interview with them about the process behind the show. Kind of more the, Are you
making fun of my joke interview I did with Egotan and Cybersting?
No, I'm not making fun. I'm saying we gave both sides of the coin. We had a tongue in cheek, and then we had a very nice, serious.
Yeah,
great interview.
That interview got lost.
He lost it.
No, I don't know what happened to it. Why do I have 7? Whoa, what have you been doing over here?
Excuse me.
Have you been doing stuff? Oh, no.
No, I did post some stuff in there for you later. I think you might want to look at I invited you to something. Check your messages. I invited you something you should have got from me earlier.
I don't check messages. I got stuff to do. Is this meat fight?
No, that's
because I really didn't know what to expect from that.
No, that's the weenie roast coming up.
No, what?
The private weenie roast we're supposed to go to?
No, what is this crap that you invited me to? Meat fight.
Okay, meat fight. It's not going to be until November. Alice Assad.
Well, then we don't need to talk.
I'll just throw a quick plug. What it is, last year, Alice Assad of Dallas Observer fame, a.k.a. the Cheap Bastard, that's her handle on there. Her and her husband decided to start an event that it's a barbecue event, actually. They got barbecue and beer. And it's out Sons of Herman down in Deep Ellum, Sons of Herman Hall, I should say. And they actually, all the proceeds from the event go to MS research. So it's a good cause. It's barbecue. It's not going to be until November, but we were talking to Alice this week. We may be doing something with them. So we'll keep you guys in the loop on that as time goes by, but we'll be talking with them very, very soon. By the way, I want to say hey to Alice this evening. Alice, hope everything is well. And hopefully you haven't got any food poisoning from any of the cheap places you eat at. So please continue.
I'm trying to see who called. Oh, Erica, actually. Okay, we're gonna.
What does TV's Muse say?
We're doing this right now. Hang on.
Call her on air.
I am calling.
This is how we handle up insubordinates on our show, sir. By the way, I'm talking to our guest. He's going to be sitting down there in just a few moments.
I'm here now.
Huh? You're here now?
Okay. You're here now? Really?
Okay, cool. See you in a bit.
Yeah, see,
now I don't care about how her week went.
I don't either.
Hold on.
We're going to privately shame her when she walks in.
I'm going to...
Publicly shame her. Cast aspersions upon ye. Okay, so, anyways, my host has mysteriously disappeared. He is walking around to play with the camera.
Actually, look at the camera and tell me if it's on.
I cannot tell because I don't have it. Let me look at it right now. Yeah, I see this young gentleman, and I see a pretty girl who's wearing short shorts. She's wearing shorty shorts.
Shorty shorts?
She's wearing shorty shorts. She's a shorty.
I don't know. Stop saying that.
Shorty.
Stop it.
Why?
Stop.
Am I not allowed to say shorty?
She just knocked down Shay. Or tried to, at least.
You mean Thomas Pynchon?
If you call him that,
that's what he said. He calls it. He's like Thomas Pynchon. Is what he told me.
I'm gonna punch you.
Thomas Pynchon of Gravity's Rainbow fame.
So yeah, as Muse does stuff to herself, I don't know what she's doing. I do.
Well, okay, that's a loaded question, right? Or it's a loaded comment right there,
and
sir.
That's why I said it on air, so that nobody knows. I'll let everyone draw their own conclusions. The curtain is drawn.
Yes.
Or drawn, or whatever.
Like the man behind the curtain.
It's going this way. It's going that way.
It's going this way or that way?
So, also we got Rick Cromack on the show tonight. He's
the mighty Cromack.
After our interview, we're going to be talking about the new comic book day, or
what new books are in the store?
It is new comic book day, and I've actually I can't find my camera.
You can't find your camera?
I don't know what happened to it.
You broke it.
It's probably at home.
Which camera? Are we talking my camera?
No, the one. No, it's mine now.
Well, because I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Because I got a better one at the house.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not even commenting on the chat room. And welcome to all the chatters. Appreciate you guys.
It's the mighty Thor.
Linda's in the chat room. Now it's a party.
We said hard.
Don't. Ew.
What?
Why you gotta be so uggy, man? On the air.
She said.
Where's the Chica? Is she?
I think she went to the. No, I think she went to the.
Okay, she's doing something ugly. Anyway. Okay, so Rob's not here tonight.
Where is Rob?
He's doing stuff.
He
never makes Wednesdays.
Like taking pictures at a certain establishment.
No, Rob's he's like a secret agent. You know, he does stuff on Wednesday nights. He just tells me he can't make it.
Okay, so what you're saying, he goes to Wednesday night fellowship?
No,
he doesn't.
No.
Okay, when I say Wednesday night fellowship, I mean he goes to Redneck Heaven.
Yeah, that okay. He does that. Yeah. He totally goes to Redneck. Here she comes. I'm going to transfer over to this camera.
Okay, kid, you got your questions?
Chica, welcome.
We're going to let you introduce this nice young man sitting next to you.
Is she taking her keys off the table? Oh, jeez. And there she goes.
Okay, so
she's totally unprepared today.
Let's introduce this nice young man down at the table.
The gentleman at the end of the table. I've been posting his work all week on the Facebook page, and if you've checked it out, well, then you know that he's got some pretty awesome stuff up there. He's a
very cool man.
He is a photographer by trade, but specializes in cosplay photography. Well, I don't know about specialize, but
we could say specialization.
But they are pretty dang good, I gotta say, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Ken Pearsons. Ken, welcome. to our little broadcast. Can I hear him over there?
I've got him boosted up. Can go ahead and speak.
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear.
We can hear.
All right.
So yeah, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on. You have some amazing work.
Well, thank you.
On your page, I gotta say, I really, some of the shots in there are, well, I especially love like the rogue costume, and a lot of that is the cosplayers coming up with the costumes and you just bringing it to life.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to shortchange anybody who's in front of the camera because they certainly are what really is making that picture dynamite.
Oh, absolutely.
I was trying to see if that made his mic sound better.
Yeah, we're yeah. I've taken a look at quite a bit of your work this week. Very amazing, sir. I dig it. Well, what we're gonna do?
I am turning this over to.
We're giving it to this young lady right here. You know her from various events such as Comic-Con, Dallas Comic-Con, No Texas Comic Book Show. You may have also seen her in Heels This High. Ladies and gentlemen, Muse. All right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you some basic photography questions and then maybe a few just for fun, kind of fan-based questions. But first of all, so what kind of gear do you like to use?
I'm a Nikon shooter. I shoot with a Nikon FX camera. So I'm pretty much stuck with Nikon, so I got all my gear with that.
All right. So...
Sorry, I just didn't want it in your way.
So what's your favorite lens and why?
Most of the cosplay that I shot was on the 85mm lens, and the disadvantage with it is that it's a prime lens, so it doesn't do any of the, it focuses obviously, but it doesn't have any of the range. Everything you're doing is manual, so if you want to move in closer or you want to get back further, it's not with the lens, it's really moving your body. But the greatness about that lens is it's a very sharp lens, and it gives a lot of what they call bokeh, so it gives a lot of the blurriness in the background and really allows you to focus in on your subject, but it also works really well in low light. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So do you like to travel? Do you travel for your shoots, and what's the favorite place you've ever been?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because all my shoots end up somehow at the Urban Convention Center because and it's not just at cons, but it's after cons because it's such a marvelous building to shoot at. It has a good backdrop because a lot of the stuff that you're doing when it's comic book or it's sci-fi, you need something that looks like modern and very high tech. And that building provides that sort of infrastructure, not just the entire architecture itself, but if you look at the concrete pillars or the backgrounds that have the copper plating, it really does accentuate a lot of the cosplay photos you can do.
Wow, great. So is there any kind of equipment that you wish you hadn't bought, maybe for some advice for other photographers out there?
No, the fact of the matter is, I'd say, and I think most photographers out there would agree, is that just own as much as you possibly can because there's several times that you're just changing gear on site because you have to have something that's going to be accommodating a unique situation. Although I stick with one lens most of the time, it ends up often that I'm trying another lens just to try and get a different perspective or a different effect.
Okay, so how do you like to post-process your work?
That's actually a really long and tedious process, and I obviously you can tell that I'm using Photoshop, but everything starts up in Lightroom, and most photographers are using Lightroom. So every time you see a lot of the con photos and a lot of these photographers who are showing their post-processing work, they'll show snippets from their Lightroom screens because it's great, and since it's Adobe, it's compatible 100% with Photoshop. And then there's a couple of other tools that I use off to that are outside of Photoshop but have plugins for it. It's a long process because you're going back and forth on one photo between three or four different. Yeah, you better
sound a little bit better.
Sure.
There we go.
Yeah, that's much better, yeah. It's a really long process because you're going back and forth between different applications and even bringing stuff back into Photoshop after you've done a bunch of things. So it's something that ends up happening, it can take a couple of hours, the Star Wars shoot, I don't know if you guys were familiar with that. The shoot itself was 5 or 6 hours one night, and it's taxing on everybody. And then by the end of the night, everybody just wants to, kill themselves. And then that, the following day, I think I spent 2 full days on editing the pics that were up there, just going back and forth. It's a lot of work because the other thing too is that, you want to make each picture look different. So then you start, and then I tell you that, you know, there's one picture of one of the cosplayers that he's got rain coming down on him and all sorts of crazy stuff. And so a lot of that time, too, is not just doing the editing in Photoshop. It's going to YouTube school and seeing how to do it, and then practice and error and doing all this trial and stuff. So, but it's interesting because once you get it down pat, I mean, the great thing is the web is so many people have just shared their techniques and stuff. So, and then the other thing too with Photoshop, you can do so many different things in so many different ways. So it's also not just finding out how to do it; it's researching the best and most efficient way to do it along the way. So. That's one of the painstaking points of it.
I hear you there. You can definitely learn a lot of things on YouTube these days. That's for sure.
I would tell you that I've learned everything I know about photography from YouTube.
Really? Absolutely. Wow. So, what do you believe inspires or pushes you to better your work?
You know, it's interesting because the thing is, and I'll just share a backstory with this, and is when I first wanted to do cosplay photography, I showed up at Dallas Comic Con. It's the first con I'd ever been to, and that's why I actually saw you doing your Dark Phoenix, and then your brother as well. I think he was Deadpool, correct? Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to get people out of the con and into a real comic book environment or something cinematic. And it was a real difficult challenge. Actually, you were one of the first people that I connected with on Facebook.
Oh.
But it took a long time to find out who you were because, you see everybody on Facebook, but there's no names attached to it unless they get tagged and stuff. So, you start to, the challenge in the beginning, too, was getting to get people to want to do a shoot with you because they don't know who you are. And,
right.
And so the first people I actually shot were Jesse Thaxton as Rogue and Scotty Black as Iron Man, but he's also done the Jurassic Park and all of that. So, but the point being is that I wanted to get people into the real live environment, and it's really what's important, I think, for them, because these cosplayers go through so much. I mean, you do it as well. So many things, so many man hours they could put into doing their costumes and their work. I think that they deserve to have some sort of a really nice look, and so that's what I'm ultimately trying to achieve for them. And the work has progressed because if you look at my timeline, it starts off as, regular con photos, then it goes into these private shoots, then it goes into some heavy Photoshop. And the more I'm trying to do it, the more I'm looking at wanting to. I've said this before, that achieve a look that's either a scene from a movie or a movie poster, one of the two.
Right. That's really cool. I'm sorry that it never got together with me and my brother and stuff, and I was trying to schedule with him, and he's so difficult. And then he went and enlisted with the military and left on Easter, and that's when he chose to tell everyone.
Oh.
So that's not happening. I was waiting for better weather, but so we can actually do a shoot.
Okay.
Actually, coming up if you would like.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So what do you think is your favorite work, and who do you think inspires you the most as far as photographers?
There's when it comes to photography, there's obviously different kinds of photography. You have to have different styles. There's people who shoot different things, specialize in different areas. So when I look at, to tell you the truth, who's been really inspiring to me has been a photographer by the name of Dennis Illick, and he photographs a lot of Hollywood figures, so a lot of actors that you would recognize and so on and so forth. And he like Amanda Tapping from Stargate, SG-1, and he's even he's just a brilliant photographer. But one of the things I actually took away from him, and it's actually worked well for my advantage, I didn't do it intentionally, but everything he shoots looks like it belongs in a magazine because of the way he provides the credentials. So the actor's name plus the makeup and the wardrobe and, of course, the photography. So I took that from him, and I basically put it on my photos. So it's beyond a watermark, so it looks like it's part of the picture. I would also say that this is actually good because I follow a lot of photographers on Facebook, and a lot of their work gets sort of hijacked, and then their watermark gets taken out. And it's reused, and it's a lot of younger folks that just really don't have, understand what it takes to go in and make these photos. So at least in this case, nobody can really hijack my work because
you're kind of built into it.
Exactly. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. So what do you think is the one thing that you know now that you wish you knew when you first started?
To charge.
All right, fair enough. So how long have you loved photography?
I've been doing it seriously probably for about 10 years. But then I really got serious, I think, in the past 2 years. And cosplay has really dominated now what I'm shooting. And it's so much more exciting than anything else, because everything else just now, when you're supposed to get out and do the family gathering photos and whatnot and get together, and that's just everybody saying cheese, and it's kind of dry. But at least the cosplay photography, it's people are getting into it. It's really entertaining. It's nice to do.
Yeah, and like you said, there's some tedious hours in there, but obviously you wouldn't do it if you didn't love it.
Right.
So what do you think are the biggest pros and cons?
Well, there's a couple. So the first thing is that there's some people who have who do really good cosplay, and then there's other ones who do really good cosplay and have some sort of a modeling background, and they basically give you the best results, and they do it because they know that when the shutter clicks, they change their pose, they give you a new fresh look. And there's other people who just basically stand there and then don't do anything, and that's perfectly fine. I think that one of the challenges too is that, and I was explaining this to some people I was going to be working with today, is that I think that some of the challenges is that people have the perception that because they just had 500 pictures taken of them, that there's all 500 of them are awesome, or there's 300 that are awesome. And
always that issue.
And the reality of the situation is, and this is maybe news to some people, but I have a lot of friends who are professional photographers for magazines, newspapers, and whatnot, and they'll go to a game, they'll shoot a sporting event. They'll take 1,000 pictures and they'll probably get about 10 or 18 that are worth anything.
Exactly. Out of modeling and stuff, there is one thing I've learned. You can take up to 1,200 pictures and you're going to have 6 that are perfect.
Absolutely.
And those are going to be the ones you want. You don't want all the other stuff mixed in there, especially if you're not a professional with a professional eye to catch all the other things. You don't even want to have the other things to worry about.
Absolutely.
So when I shoot with photographers, I only expect anywhere from 4 to 6 pictures, no matter how long the shoot is.
Absolutely. And that's a really good point, too, because a lot of times people will ask me, they'll say, because they're not used to this, and they'll say, hey, you took 30 pictures, or we shot for 10 minutes. I saw the one that you posted, or there was 2. Can I see the rest? And the answer is no. Because basically I'm not going to put my work out there that I'm not pleased with, and then just let it float around, grab somebody in their email, and then all of a sudden they can do whatever they want with it, and somehow I get horrible credit for it.
Exactly. And the thing that they don't realize is they're as worried about their image as you are about yours.
Absolutely.
So them looking great is just as important to you. So you're not going to hold back work that makes them look great, because they're going to talk great about you. So why would you do that? But some people, they just don't think that through sometimes before they ask for all those pictures.
Absolutely.
So what is your overall goal? I know you're going with the magazine theme, and you're trying to give cosplayers what you feel they deserve. So what's your overall goal?
That's a really good question. I will tell you up front that I started attending some of the cons, doing some of the work, and then I was actually thinking that this would probably be my last year doing this, just because it's that much work. And I haven't determined yet whether or not that's going to be the case. But the fact is that now, number one, this isn't a full-time gig for me. So I'm a part-time photographer. I'm not a full-time photographer. I love doing this, but at the same time too, it's a lot of work, and it's going to come to a point where it's like, okay, so what am I doing this all for? And if it's a hobby and I want to keep doing that, fine, that's one thing. But then if it's something I'm doing towards trying to make money, well, that ain't gonna happen. This, I can tell you right now, this Starbucks is not being paid for by this photography gig. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what a lot of us come down to later on when we do stuff for fun. We start wondering, are we putting as much effort into this as we are our real job? Because we're not getting paid for this. Well, so that becomes a little silly.
And it's interesting you mentioned this, because there's a cosplay photography group that I'm a part of on Facebook, and I think I may even asked the question to the group, but somebody had posed a question at least that said, hey, what does everybody charge for cosplayers to do shoots? And the predominant responses were, well, if I go do a private shoot, I just get gas money or whatever. And here's something that's actually interesting to put in perspective, is that if you go out to, I live out in Euless, so I'm going to use Grapevine as an example. If you go out to Grapevine on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon around, sunset time, you'll see a bunch of amateur photographers out there. that are charging for their work, that are taking pictures. And basically, if you look at what they do, they charge about anywhere between $80 and $125 for those photographs. And then you have cosplay photographers who are going out and shooting people, spending more time, because those are actually 20 to 30-minute shoots. So you're spending you have cosplay photographers that are out there going and spending like afternoons with people. Like Oliver Lee's one of them. I mean, he's out there, if you follow him on Facebook, he's out there every weekend shooting people, photographing people. And so what's happening is that, and he does a really great job. He's a great cosplay photographer. And so he's going out there, he's shooting for nothing, and he's doing a much better job than some of the amateur photographers that are actually charging for their work. And so it's kind of a dilemma, because the other thing too is that
cosplayers don't have money after their costume.
Exactly. Most people can't even afford to go to cons, And then here,
I barely have money to finish some of my cosplays.
Yeah,
I've got some that I've got awesome cosplays going on in my closet, and I haven't finished the armor.
Of them. Yeah, I've seen you just do like a million of them. So yeah,
different one every day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but so it's something that I think what resigns with everybody at the end of the day is it's something that you either have to really you have to like doing this, you have to love doing this in order to keep doing it.
Exactly. I mean, have you ever thought about making maybe like magazines of the cosplayers, like have them sign off on it, maybe some calendars, anything like that, like any promotional work?
It's actually interesting that you and I maybe shouldn't say this, but whatever, I'll say it anyways. One of the things I was actually thinking of doing was for 2014 was a con calendar with my work, and then basically profiling all of the cons in the U.S., at least maybe in the U.S., to so everybody can sort of follow up on that, because I don't know about you, but like every time I hear there's a con coming up, I'm like, really, what's that? And I mean, I'm still new to the con scene. So.
And C+2, we have like our own calendar, but I mean, it's not as widespread right now, and it's mostly for gaming. It's not as much for the other conventions and things. They're trying to branch into that, but not so much.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on what you're going for. But it would be really cool to kind of put your own calendar together for like just the DFW area and all the different events in the calendar.
Some Saturdays would probably be so booked up you couldn't read what was happening on that Saturday because there's so many cons going on. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then like the cosplayers, when you take them out to to photograph them, you could just have them sign off on a waiver, and that'd be kind of like the way they pay you, is that the photographs are at your...
Well, I started doing that a couple of shoots ago. In early on, I hadn't done that, and I've actually gone back to cosplayers that I did photograph and give them the form just to sign, and they're all good with it. Just because one of the things I've discovered is that there was a lot of photographers who were, there was one photographer that I follow that recently, this really famous cosplayer took one of his images and started selling them, and actually not just did that, but cropped it out and then cropped out his watermark and started selling it online. And he's not making any money off of that, yet he's doing all the work. So that was a little bit wrong. He was able to sort of clear that up with them, and they ended up taking the image down. But at the same time, that's why I'm doing a lot with the model release form. I actually put that on my Facebook page that you can download that prior to the shoot.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because I work for them, I have to release all my photos to C+2, but I always give credit to the photographers. So if anyone buys that image or anything like that, then they still get the photographer's name, and the photographer gets work off of that.
Right.
So I do rep that for sure. What's up, Chris? Okay.
Don't mind him.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing for DCC? Are you going to cosplay there?
I plan to, as usual. I don't know what I'll have that's new. I'm moving into my apartment the first week of May, and I'm trying to get funds together for that, kind of going off on my own. And I'm still trying to take care of my dogs, and of course they want like a $600 pet fee and all this crazy stuff.
Life.
Yeah.
You actually pay pet fees? You shouldn't be paying pet fees.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
You have to pay a pet fee for apartments right now. If it has any carpet in it whatsoever, dogs 90% of the time will screw it up because they will get sick within your year lease, and they have to replace the carpet. So they take the fee from you up ahead. If nothing happens to the carpet, you get it back, but I probably won't.
We had actually a couple of questions from the chat room from Mr. Pearson.
Yeah, for the peanut gallery over here.
Okay.
There's a peanut gallery. Don't talk about the chatters that way.
Get on this show?
Yeah, exactly. We throw peanuts out.
I'll just skip that question then. No, one question was, what Nikon do you mainly shoot with?
I have two cameras. I only really shoot with the D700, and I have a D300, but the D300 is a backup, and it's only if the D700 craps out because it's not an FX camera.
And you kind of covered this one, and in case they didn't, well, we got a couple people joined since then. They were said, what would does, I'm trying to read this, I'm sorry. What would you charge for a pro shoot? How long for a shoot? Hour or a half or two? I have no idea what that question means.
Let's talk first. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's talk first?
It's about $25 an hour, 2 hour minimum.
Okay.
Oh my!
Y'all need to come and pay this man to take your picture. That's
Go
what you
with
need.
it.
Y'all need to pay this man to take your picture.
You know,
I've been actually showcasing your work while y'all have been talking, just kind of scrolling through some stuff, and awesome. I love it. I love the Jedi stuff, by the way.
Thank you. I like the Star Wars stuff because it's really cool. You can do lightsabers and the sparks and all that. It's
now, are you a Star Wars nerd? Because I am.
Well, I grew up with Star Wars, and so I mean, it's just I've seen all the versions that Lucas has put out of it, and so it's
and we do have that coming up in news tonight, boy. We got some.
Oh yeah.
So big news coming out of Star Wars.
To answer your question real quickly, though, because I don't want to diss the person there and forget about them. But yeah. But one of the things that I've actually been doing was, and I'm reneging on this because we're doing something a little bit different. But what I was doing now was just going to charge. I was end up charging $50 for a private shoot, so that could last a couple of hours. So on the weekend, for instance, well, I'll tell you that in a second. But what I'm actually doing, my wife and I don't mean to plug this, but I have to now because we're talking about what do I charge. Yes. my wife and I have started a campaign to raise funds because it's not as simple for us to have a child as it has been, for some other people. So we've started a campaign for this, and so what I've done instead, and I've published this on my Facebook page, is that I'm replacing any charge with a donation for the shoot. So if anybody wants to shoot with me, the trade-off is donate what you can, because I know some of these people just don't have a lot of money. So.
Actually, I was on your Facebook page, and I was looking at the reason, what you're doing. Would you mind if we talked about that on the show?
Go for it.
Well, then, this is Project Emily Plus One. Can you tell us about Project Emily Plus One?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be happy to tell you about it. What we did is that Emily was a miracle for us just because it took so long to have a baby, and we had to go through the in vitro process. And so what happened is that naturally when we went to have number 2, we decided to go through the in vitro process again, and this time it didn't work. But I didn't know it wasn't going to work. So you end up losing I want to say it was like $14,000-$15,000 or something for nothing, right? So then we went through another process where we had some consultation, and basically this process is the egg donor process. And because my wife is in her early 40s, so her eggs aren't I guess that they don't have the same count and the same quality and quantity and so on and so forth. So they recommended that we do this, and that costs anywhere between $25,000 and $30,000. So that's not going to happen unless we go through the last process of just saying, okay, look, let's just try and run a campaign for it. I mean, I was watching Kickstarters online for people that raised $25,000 for a cat calendar. And I'm figuring that if somebody can do that for a cat calendar, why couldn't I do this for, something along this lines? I don't expect it to happen overnight.
Right, yeah.
But of course, over time we'll be able to do something, hopefully.
I think it's a noble cause. I really do. I think honestly that, you want to, be a good parent, you want to take care of kids, do good things. I respect that wholeheartedly. So, guys, Emily Plus One, go out to Kickstarter. Is it Kickstarter.com?
No, it's not.
Actually
it's
going
on
through GoFundMe.
I'm actually putting that.
Oh, he's putting the link in. Sorry about that.
On the SCNS Live page. But yes, the address is www.gofundme.com.
Thank you very much.
You want to www.gofundme.com/Emily-plus-1. Please go give what you can, because it's not a cheap process.
It's not.
And it's a shame even having a kid in this country.
I take it this is the beautiful young Emily right here on the page.
That's correct.
She is a pretty little girl.
And your cosplayer. Thank you.
And you can't. I dare you to go to that page and look at that beautiful little child and tell me she doesn't deserve a sibling. All right?
Well,
you
thank you.
You give some money.
Oh, I know what you could do. You can do a cosplay shoot for them if they make a cosplay for Emily.
I was totally pointing at the camera when it was off. So go.
Can you make a miniature version of this?
Well, you know what? It's interesting because she loves. I got her introduced to Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Oh, of course.
And she's huge.
No, you didn't.
And I'll tell you what.
You went classic.
It's better. It gets better. Last Halloween, she went out as Firestar.
Oh wow!
And nobody knew who Firestar was. And my wife would be telling people and they'd be like, "Who's Firestar?" And I'm like, "Oh God, this."
Was she in the classic orange and red? Orange red mask,
just like the cartoon.
Does she have red hair?
No, she doesn't. But she had. We gave her a Brave wig.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, looks like it's on fire.
Exactly.
It's all out there. Well,
I was about to say it's a mini-me.
I have put it on the SCNS Live page, guys. If you're there, if you're watching this on YouTube later, please go check it out. If you got something to donate,
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I cannot look at this child and not want to donate to this. So I hope you all feel the same way, because there's no greater gift that you could give somebody than a child. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
And if all else fails, Muse, you got a perfectly good womb there, right?
Oh God.
Oh, come on. It's 9 months. You'll be all right, and it's for a good cause.
I'm not even talking about that.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
God.
You two need to take that off air, kids.
Well, no,
it's an off air discussion.
I want to thank Mr. Ken Pearson for coming on the show this week.
I'm so sorry, but
we still got another hour. We still got another hour, and what we got? Hour and 20 minutes. You want to hang around, talk with us?
Yeah, you bet.
Chew the fat. Right on.
Okay, so we're gonna move right into because it is Wednesday, and we are at Lone Star Comics, so it can only be one thing. It is New Comic Book Day.
That's right.
I love New Comic Wednesday because, like I always say, it's better than Court Appointment Thursdays or is that Tuesday?
How about Meatless Monday? Is that pretty good?
There's never a Meatless Monday.
Okay, just checking.
Oh, music.
I was going to wave him over, but I got some nerd funk going on.
You got some nerd? What?
Ooh.
What did you do?
I've been running around all day and it's hot outside.
Come on over, because we're going to
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's a special treat.
Chroma.
The man, the myth, the legend.
See, now I got to get that microphone working.
The top secret, the chairman emeritus of this store.
That's a lot.
Holy crap!
We got a mountain of
Chromac, Rick. Chromac.
I have like 6 comics over here that I bought that I was going to talk about. Rick brings over the store. That's what I'm talking about.
And he brings magnets too.
What's going on, buddy?
Is this me? Yeah, you're slightly. We're gonna have to play with your audio just a teensy bit.
I can trade you if you would like.
Okay,
I'm a little shorter.
Just a little teapot, short and stuff.
You're a little more down to earth, is all.
No, she's just short.
Yeah, I'll play with that microphone.
Hello.
That's right. We're gonna keep her off the mic for now.
Testing.
Just unplug her. Hello. It's like a bird. I swear to God.
I can't hear me in the headphones. So
We can share. We can share.
How
It's
about that
fine.
one?
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, just keep her off. It's okay.
There we go.
Oh my God, you got her back.
Okay, it's coming.
All right. Hey, folks.
Sound good.
There we go. I figured out which whole. Now I'm not going to go into that. So, Rick, my buddy, my pal.
Sir.
What's going on, homie?
Hey, your last show in store before Free Comic Book Day, which is Geek Christmas.
It is Geek Christmas.
It is Geek Christmas, which will be Saturday, May 4th, also Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
I've
right?
never gotten that until this point.
We also see. I had to kind of walk you through it.
Oh, that's awesome.
We also have something going on the following day, which is Revenge of the 5th, and we'll get into that later.
Okay, the pun's over.
I'm moving that weekend, so that's just perfect.
Oh no!
Do I have?
But you'd be perfect for what's going on
Don't
Revenge
worry,
of the 5th,
I will
because
help
it's a
you
Star Wars
move.
oriented event. So we'll talk more about.
Are you going to
this,
strap something to your back and
Well,
just lift it up
we
the
have
stairs?
a lot of stuff to talk
I got a
about.
truck.
This is for
Excellent.
you.
Oh, this is for me. Oh, good
Yeah,
lord.
This
Okay.
is for them.
This is like a dossier. Is this like my?
What is
this
Is this my
mess
FBI
here?
file? What?
No, it's my Brony Fest paperwork.
Oh, good lord. Oh.
We love you.
We just got in a shirt that
boy.
you know the I Love New York shirts, except it says BR and it has a heart for the O-N-Y.
Oh, hey, this is awesome.
I didn't wear it.
One of the viewers on the channel, Doctolizer, said I should hit you, Chris.
What are you going to hit me
Well, that's a fairly
I don't
common
know.
sentiment.
Probably my
I will hit you.
Sugar.
I know who that is, and I will hit him. Of course, if I hit him, I might hurt his hip. So.
Whatever. We got stuff to show. So, okay, Rick, what you got down there, man?
Okay, so it is New Comics Day, okay, which is my favorite day of the week. But it's also a very, very special day. Now, you might notice that I'm wearing a Superman t-shirt today, okay?
Superman.
And this is because tomorrow is the 75th anniversary of the publication of Action Comics numero 1. April 18th, 1938.
It seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I remember it well.
Yeah,
actually, that's nearly true.
I remember waiting in line for soup when this book came out. It was only a nickel, right?
Waiting in line for soups?
I was waiting
for soup.
I was in a soup line, and then I went over to my local druggist and got an ice cream soda and got this for 10 cents.
So you went looking for soup and you got soups instead.
Exactly.
It was an action-filled day.
Brother, can you spare a dime?
What was it? Tomato soup? Were you looking for the man of tomato?
All right, enough about soup.
Actually, I was looking for the man of matzah. Actually,
gotcha.
Comic books. Oh, they're telling me to hit you now. They're telling me to hit you.
Oh, I'll hit you.
Just do it. He's being loud.
Nerd fight.
What was that? I am so glad that we got Danger on camera hitting like that.
I will hit you in the. I'll hit you
That's
in the
going on
lot, mister. I'll bloody your lip, mister.
No sympathy.
I'll get you with my guardian.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I was so afraid that she was saying girdle.
Yeah, that's why she stays so slim and trim.
Is that how you stay so slim and trim as well? All right.
Bye. All right, let's go ahead and talk jail here.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you my secret though, real quick.
Oh, good lord.
You know how I stay in
Are you a
shape?
man?
No,
should I hit him again?
That's what it is.
I'm gonna let him do my
She's a man, baby. Yeah.
You're so attractive. You're about to hear something. No.
Well, thank you.
My booty shorts are gonna pop off because I've got some junk going on. No, but
all right.
The real thing I was gonna tell you is that I ride a workout bike while I watch TV. You should try it.
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's distracting.
So you don't want to ride a real bicycle around the neighborhood?
No.
It's more beautiful.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird people too.
I ride my remote control while I watch TV.
I stay in my house. Oh, you work your thumbs out?
Yes.
It's something.
It is. It is.
All right, let's get brass tacks, my friend.
So, in accordance with Tomorrow Being Superman Day, he's just above it all. Your man over there is just above it all.
Okay, so let's talk about Superman Day.
Justice League. So, DC in their New 52 has had a feature going on all month called WTF, which, because this is a family-friendly show, I'll use the Battlestar Galactica acronym. What the frack?
Right, exactly.
And they have these flyleaf or overleaf covers, which it's called a gatefold. I'm being
thank you, Mr. Pinchot.
Actually, Rick's not even on a camera right now.
We need to get Rick on a camera.
Rick's not on a camera.
We're gonna bring you on a camera. Hang on, just a moment.
We'll probably improve the quality of the program overall.
Let me put it on ours.
Yeah, they don't even know you're dressed up as Superman.
All right, guys, we're going to put young Master Chromac on the camera here with me.
I like that I'm young.
Thank you,
master.
sir.
Thank you.
All right, now it's just Jason won't have to be on camera anymore, so the camera won't break.
Oh my gosh, Jason, did you know what shirt you were wearing when you were telling them to donate to him having a baby?
What?
I hate babies.
Yeah, we should explore this at some point.
We'll talk about that in the next hour.
All right, so let's talk about the book
That's
here.
That's real planning.
So New 52, Justice League. But what they've been doing this month on all the issue number 19s, and for the comics titles that they introduced a little bit later, the lower numbered ones, I think they're 11. They have what is it called again, Shay? A gatefold cover.
A gatefold.
Mm-hmm. So you have a portion of it that is obscured.
Could it be?
And this leads into a question as to what's going on, hence the WTF, what the frack is going on. So could Superman's greatest enemy be Batman? And then, of course, with that question, you just have to be like, oh my gosh, and you have to come and buy it. We also carry the combo pack, which has a different cover.
Oh, now,
yes.
I like this cover.
Go ahead. From the usual gang of idiots.
Yes, Sergio Aragone.
The variant cover, which we still have.
Sergio Aragone doing a Mad-inspired cover. I love Alfred E. Newman as Baby Cal here. This is awesome.
Yep.
I love that, man.
Baby Cal, who will be imprisoned later in life and will go by the name Cal Penn.
Oh, boom, boom.
Who was in the last Superman movie?
No. I'm just going to let that joke just die.
Speaking of which, okay, I want to segue into something here.
Okay,
have you guys talked about the Man of Steel trailer yet?
I did earlier today. You gave it to me. I watched it this morning. I posted it up. Yeah, I gotta say this third one might actually get me to go into the theater now, instead of being about moody fisherman Superman, working on a lobster boat. This one actually kind of feels, what's that word? Oh yeah, heroic. Yeah.
Well, the music is fantastic too, and as I understand it, the music that is it's a Hans Zimmer that's doing it. That is in the trailer is actually going to be in the film, and that is part of the new Superman theme because they're moving away from the classic John Williams score.
Which had its place in time, but I think it's good. I like it.
Well, it's a new generation. It's a new interpretation. Has everybody else seen it?
Hopefully he actually fights somebody super heroic or somebody with actual powers in this movie.
I haven't seen it, but I actually have a question that you guys probably be able to answer because I've been out of touch.
We'll try.
Is this supposed to be a pilot or a segue into a Justice League movie, or is that?
It'll never happen.
DC would like that to be the case.
It will never happen.
I think it's going to be problematic. We'll see. There are a lot of rumors floating around that there might be a cameo in this movie of another Justice League member. I think it's evident that they want to move that way. DC wants their own Avengers. They want the DC cinematic universe.
Is it? Let me ask you this cameo. Is it by somebody that talks like this, or somebody that looks like Van Wilder?
I need a lozenge. Hand me something for my throat.
Somebody murdered my parents. Get me a Sucrets.
Yeah. That's the rumor. But it hasn't been confirmed, and Christopher Nolan and the marketing department of DC have been really good at letting out only little bits of information at a time. This was the first time we really saw Krypton in this trailer, and Zod. Hopefully that doesn't spoil anybody.
Michael Shannon is Zod. I'm kind of excited for. I am really excited for that one. Yep. I think he's a versatile actor, and I'm glad he's going to do that. Oh, and I think, from what I'm understanding, they may be attaching the new. Well, have you seen the? I was going to also bring this up too, tie into Zack Snyder. Have you seen the new 300 poster? For the new film.
I've seen the new 300 poster.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Will it get you in the theater?
It'll get me in the theater.
Will you stay after?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've only ever left a theater for one movie.
Is that like 302?
What is that thing in the box?
It was the Naked Lunch, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are those?
It was the
What are
Naked
those?
Lunch.
So you stayed for Magic Mike?
What are these?
Hold on.
I got dragged to Magic Mike.
Hold that up. What is that? What is that?
What is this? It's a Kira cover.
Really
Yes,
is.
Superman.
He's an iPhone 4S case for your iPhone.
What? Give me that.
For Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Give me.
Yes.
And then we also have this phone case bundle with
You've got to be
earbuds.
kidding.
I actually like this one myself.
Pass it this way.
This hard shell for your iPhone 5.
Oh, these
Pretty
are for
cool.
5.
Why all the Apple love? Can I get something for a Samsung?
This isn't.
Oh, now this looks cool. I like this, my friend.
Hello.
The DC Universe deck building game, which came out just before the holidays and is fantastic. There should be expansions out to it soon. It's by Cryptozoic.
I might actually pick this up. I like this.
It's excellent.
Because I'm starting game night at my house.
All New 52 art.
And yeah. Let's see.
Oh, we got the classic right here.
Two of my favorite books are in your lap right now.
And now they're in your hand.
Okay. What?
iPhone cases?
Oh, she wants to look at them because she's being a girl.
She's like,
Shopping.
give me.
Okay,
You were holding on to them.
two of my favorite Superman books, even though they are not really in quote-unquote canon. But they're anthology. I love All-Star Superman 1 and All-Star Superman 2.
And they were good enough.
And I always kind of felt uncomfortable with the acronym that it spells. AS Volume 1, AS Volume 2. Think about it.
Well, Grant Morrison will be happy that you're on the web radio promoting his ass.
No, I actually have both these myself. These are two of my favorite Superman related books that are non-canon related.
Non-canonical.
Non-canonical. I got a non-canonical right here if you don't mind seeing.
Absolutely.
Guess what? Okay, we've talked a little about Smallville season 11, which is, if you want to continue down.
You just want to know my name before you completely reject me?
Yes.
I don't have headphones, so I don't know what just happened.
See, that's.
I didn't know what just happened when the headphones were on.
He's playing drops now.
I've
so
got drops again. Oh.
This is Volume 1 Guardian, which pretty much gets, I think, was it book 1 through
4?
1 through 4.
Yeah, that just came out today, and then Smallville season 11 issue number 12 is also on our stands.
Oh, Superman
right now.
with problems.
But I'll tell you what, I like this one because this is in what universe have they decided this Superman is in?
One that we
the
can forget
CW.
about.
What one?
The CW.
They call it CW universe. Yeah, I was kind of curious because I don't know. Is it Earth 616? Is it Earth
A square root of 4?
Yeah, Pi 12.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Earth 420.
Okay.
All right, man.
I see one of my favorites next in the stack. So.
Okay.
Please.
Let
You can't see me on camera, but yeah, here. Vamp, fool.
Escape from Bizarro
I'll hand it to you so she can.
Jeff Johns' book, Jeff Johns, Donner, and Eric Powell, Brian Vaughn intro.
And brand new art.
Brand new art. Looks beautiful.
Thank you, Vanna.
She makes a fine rack, doesn't she?
Oh, my favorite JMS.
And I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a little bit of the Superman as portrayed in the new movie Man of Steel that is inspired by the characterization of Superman Earth 1.
Yeah, Earth 1 is, in my opinion, one of JMS's best products. I love it.
I'm sorry. I'm wondering how many books
I have Volume 1. I am going to pick up Volume 2. I love this. And
how many more can you take?
More.
Okay.
Do we have one more?
No.
See, I like this. I like this Clark a little bit more because he sees really.
Yes, right here.
One of my favorites.
Oh my God, you have it.
I can't.
Of course I
Oh,
do. As much as I want
One of my favorites.
okay, here, show it, and then give it back.
you know what? We need I was telling Spice the other day. We need a big screen version of this. We need Superman versus Muhammad Ali. What we need is Henry Cavill and Will Smith.
Put it that way, so we can. Dude, Henry Cavill and Will Smith. Please let that happen in the Man of Steel.
Let's get jiggy with it.
Please let that happen.
But you don't understand. Okay. You don't. Well, I'm not going to give away the end of the book, but it's a pretty neat twist on it. So it's a classic.
I don't care how old he. I don't care what kind of powers he has.
I knock him out.
Just the 1, 2.
All right, this one you get to hold.
Oh, this is like
dude.
This is like the King James
That's
version.
encyclopedia.
The Jurgens and Ordway new cover of Death and Life, Return of Superman, the Omnibus edition.
The dictionary of Superman right there.
And also you have 4 of my favorite Supermen on here. You have Eradicator. You have.
It's funny you said 4 of them because there's 4 on the cover.
Yes, actually technically 5. But well, yeah, exactly 4 because one's. Never mind.
Yep.
The Metropolis Kid, John Henry, Eradicator, and God, I keep forgetting what he was called. Last Son of Krypton.
There you go.
I love this. Still is one of my favorite series of comics ever. I tell you, this is what I really cut my teeth on.
And I'd say I'm a fan of the cover art with the S symbol that is a little off center.
Right.
Kind of draws your eye to it a little bit.
And if you guys caught that, these books are strong enough to cut your teeth. It's pretty intense.
Cut our teeth literally.
I'm sorry.
Will they bleed?
What was the significant change in the latest? Why did they make the change in the movie that's coming out? Its costume.
I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm inside the production. I mean, every director that has tried to take a crack at this has tried to make it their own. Some of the costume designs I've seen from the aborted, Kevin Smith,
Superman Returns,
and Nick Cage screen tests are fairly interesting. But as I understand it, they're going to be changing up the mythology a little bit in this one, and so we might get more of a practical Kryptonian explanation. So,
well, a lot of it too is, and I think also a lot of it also is tied to the SCNS estates. Mm-hmm. Is it? I always have a hard time pronouncing.
Schuster and Siegel.
The
two Joes.
The two Joes, apparently, of course, Cleveland boys.
Jerry, you're right.
Jerry and Joe.
Jerry.
Thank you, Mr. Pinchon. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a Shay here who keeps me on track.
Anyways, but no, what happened is their two estates have been going at it with DC for years, and well, for DC to kind of avoid any, how would you say, paying any more royalties to them, that's one of the rumors why the New 52 was created.
It's one of the rumors.
One of the reasons why, because you'll notice you'll notice on this cover compared to, we'll give an example here. You'll notice right here with this Superman from Death and Return, he's wearing the classic suit. He's wearing the classic red underpants. Mm-hmm. You go to the New 52.
Yep.
New 52, you have him in what's pretty much the Kryptonian battle suit. It's
right.
the red belt, blue pants, blue top.
Which I think we're going to see a lot more of that kind of battle armor.
It doesn't look like he's a kid wearing his overpants on his tights, and it gives a more kind of, I think, streamlined 21st century look, but also keeps that still, classic red, white, blue.
The costume has been too static for too long.
Well,
Yeah, red, white, and blue. Good job.
Don't underestimate the impact of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, exactly.
Especially because Christopher Nolan, wrote this and is producing it. Handpicked Zack Snyder as the director. There's a need nowadays for function as well as form.
Exactly.
And I guess you could say that goes all the way back to Iron Man.
Right.
Where you see the practical justifications for their costumes and armor. And I think there's a demand for that now.
Well, and I I'm an old school guy. I like.
Yep.
I like Cal running around in the red underpants. I'm old school.
Really?
But then again, I also understand why they did it. It's like you said, form over function, and now they're taking that second approach. Okay, well, it's a little more it's a more function.
Although they're not listening to Edna Mold, when she's no capes.
Okay,
Before
I love this book right here.
We are going to break here, and we're going to break in just a second. But I want you to show this book.
Okay, now I love the first book they came out with.
Show it on the other side of the microphone.
I am going to show this. If you know, I'm a Star Wars fan, and if you have kids, especially I have a niece who's going to be 4 here very soon. A great little book for your daughter, because for your daughter, if she's a Star Wars fan, is Vader's Little Princess. This is funny. I love some of the art here.
I like how your voice dropped to like an NPR host octave. Vader's Little Princess.
Vader's Little.
I am doing that book for my daughter.
This is a sweet. Oh, I love this. I love the. I love this, especially him trying to get Luke good at that. It's a sweet book for kids and adults. And
that is happening.
For rebels of all ages.
That book is going in my house.
I love this, the cozy.
And we can't let the day go by without recognizing, I can't remember the actor's name, but the gentleman who was the first person to be force choked.
That's right.
Passed away.
What was his name? Let me look it up real quick. I can bring it up.
Character actor.
Okay, you'll have to bring that in on the next hour because we are running over.
Yeah, I am
going to put us to break. We're coming back in 10 minutes with some super cool nerd news.
And play some music for
other things. I got some music to play. What you want to hear?
I don't know. I would like to hear some, maybe that new Adam Warlock track.
I will rock Columbia. Adam Warlock. So
play some Columbia.
We are going to break, guys. Be back in 10 minutes. This is
one of the opening scenes
SCNS Live.
How does that make you feel?
Okay, hi. This is Ed, and I would just like to say that SCNSC rocks.
No, it's just SCNS Live. Ed.
Oh, yes, SCNSSC Live.
Okay, that's good enough.
Is that good? Okay.
That's great, Ed.
Okay, can we go get some gravy?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Woke up in a river of dreams, the men in rows said had to be baptized, and so they took my head, doused it with holy water, shuffled me out to pasture. Time to find a gun because I'm so past the rapture. Addicted to salts bigger and dim from within. My hands, they spark to metal, possessing you on a whim. That's what I do to Comstock and his men. Where I fly on the skyways past the Zeppelins. There's something more in the city than meets the eye, cause the people they smile but they're so empty inside. In the Hall of Heroes, not how I remember it, maybe a couple of memories crisscrossed. I'm hesitant to hear the stories they tell on the voxophone. All I hear's a knock on the door, but I'm not home. I'm somewhere far away from the place where you sit when they took the shackles off and my path it broke orbit. Welcome to Columbia, high in the sky, where history's kinda different here. So listen here, silver eagles in my pockets and a gun in my side. Grab your sky hooks, get ready to fly. Welcome to Columbia, high in the sky, where history's kinda different. different here. So listen here, silver eagles in my pockets and a gun at my side. Touch the infinite, so say your goodbye. Call me a false prophet by the mark on my hand. Bucking Bronco sends you down to the promised land. Undertow washed away the sin. Promises that I made to men who said that they could take away the debt I had. Shot jockey got the gondola coming. With a kiss from the devil I cut y'all on fire. So now you're running. Send crows to pick the corpses where I dropped it. No charge and let me take that silver out your pocket. Everybody want a piece of me because I broke through the defenses so easily. And never mind the nosebleed, never mind my story, cause I'm here to get you out. Parlez-vous français, and yes, that's how. Yo, plan to fly away, and if we hide away long enough, then maybe you and I can see a brighter day. They say the city that never sleeps is on fire in 99, but right here in Colombia the weather is fine. Welcome to Colombia, high in the sky, where history's kinda different here. So listen here, silver eagles in my pockets and a gun at my side. Grab your sky hooks, get ready to fly. Welcome to Colombia, high in the sky, where history's kinda different here. So listen here, silver eagles in my pockets and a gun at my side. Touch the infinite, so say your goodbye. Maybe I won't. She's like a girl, didn't know any better. Locked up in a tower, plenty time left to tell her. She talks about Paris, but I talk of New York. I'm gonna tell her that I'm here to take her home. Maybe I won't. She's like a girl, didn't know any better. Locked up in a tower, plenty time left to tell her. She talks about Paris, but I talk of New York. I'm gonna tell her that I'm here to take her home. Maybe I won't. She's like a girl that didn't know any better. Locked up in a tower, plenty time left to tell her. She talks about Paris, but I talk of New York. I'm gonna tell her that I'm here to take her home. Maybe I won't. She's like a girl that didn't know any better. Locked up in a tower, plenty time left to tell her. She talks about Paris, but I talk of New York. I'm gonna tell her that I'm here to take her home. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. So what's a woman to do if she's ever so bold? Lost a child and a husband on the same day. Gun pushed to the side of her head, blown away. But now she's out with a target on her back. So it's only right, you know, that first she fights back. Wakes up from slumber, wipe the sleep from her eyes. Yeah, his name's Bud. You don't wanna know why. Wiggle her toes just a little bit till she learns how to walk again. Got a plan that's define each of the deadly Viper assassination squad. Introduce them to their respective god. Look, she found Bernita with the deadly material that she got from inside of that box of Kaboom cereal. Knife straight to her chest, the name's crossed off, son. And now it's on to the next one. No name, call her the bride. Keeps the steel right by her side. Keeps the list with the names
intention to do this in front of you. For that, I'm sorry.
Tyson ate a Smurf.
Yeah, it looks like Black Lightning. Oh, we're coming back.
Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for round 2.
You might want to stop it there, buddy.
I was liking that music so much.
I love that picture.
You dork. Welcome back to hour 2 of our little weekly journey.
Did you get the bump? Did you get the bump?
Did I get the bump? I got the bump.
No, the one that I want. You know which one I want.
Game over, man. Game over.
No, to go into news.
No, I'm actually still looking for that. I'm gonna have to re-edit it.
Oh, I wanted to actually play this because I meant to come back with this because I worked on this.
I replaced my phone twice.
You're watching SCNS Live.
And she has a nice haircut. I like her.
Yeah, because that's totally real.
Yeah, the purple thing. I'm just trying to understand the gravity or the physics behind that.
Physics does not apply to you.
Okay, before we start, I want to throw a quick shout to some young gentlemen and ladies that are sitting right across from us at the gaming table.
This is what it's all about. Hold on a second.
Hey guys. They're very deep into the D&D.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
They're playing D&D.
Yeah.
They got 99 problems, but a lich ain't one.
Oh!
You're like having a whole different conversation at the end of the day.
We're doing entertainment now, so.
I am so sorry. Oh wait, is your mic up too?
I think my mic's a little too high, buddy.
No, I think our cans are up too loud.
Are we back on?
No.
Actually,
her cans are just fine.
We have been back up.
Her headphones may be
God,
loud.
I walked right into that one.
Oh my.
Okay, thank you, chat room. Yes, I know. I said her cans were whatever. Anyway, I already know that's coming. Anyway, we are moving on to some super cool nerd news. Chris, you want to go ahead? And
well,
take it away?
What? I want to tell us. Well, first off, can we start with some real world news first?
Okay, please start with some.
Okay,
real world
guys,
news.
listen. And normally we don't get serious on the show. We're very fun here. We have a lot of fun, but sometimes serious things happen in the world, and I want to just throw some love and some prayers and some thanks to some people. As you may or may not know, God, we're going to date our show doing this. As you know, this past Monday, April 15th, 2013, there was a very, very serious tragedy that happened in Boston. Just the details are still coming together. We know how it happened, but we don't know who did it yet. But where it's coming very soon, God willing. A lot of people were hurt.
I don't even know what you're talking about yet. What happened?
Did you? I'm
Wait,
being serious. I'm being serious for a moment here.
Did you totally miss what happened
You didn't know about an explosion that went off in Boston
during the Boston Marathon?
I know it is, but
I heard about a bus.
Okay.
Well, no, we're not talking about that.
Okay. For people that don't know out there, there was a attack of some sort that happened at the Boston Marathon towards 4 hours into the first runner started crossing the finish line. 3 people are
gone,
dead because of it. 170 people are injured due to it. I think those numbers have actually gone up.
I'll put it this way: we don't like, as I mentioned, we don't like to bring things down, but we just had to acknowledge it. I want to say something in the light of that tragedy. Real heroes popped up and helped save the day for so many.
It does give you a good feeling when you see people running towards.
And we're talking everybody from first responders, police, fire, medical, which were there anyways because of the marathon.
Event volunteers. I saw some military folks jumping in to basically help clear out debris, to get in there, to rescue people, to tourniquet people. They jumped in and responded. And I want to say to those people, you are the goodness in the world. You're the good and the light and the justice of the world. And I think
it's safe to say they are the real heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to say thank you guys. God bless you. And for the folks that are recovering, we send prayers and love to you guys too. So, but I thought we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about that. So we're gonna jump back into the show.
And much love to Boston. I guess
We're all
Beantown bombers.
We're all Southies, man.
That's what I'm talking
Southies.
How you like them apples?
Oh yeah.
You like apples?
How about these apples? Okay. Well, by the way, you did bring something up right before the show, or right before the hour was up.
I did?
or he did actually. The
that.
great Rick Kromack,
the canless one.
Ha ha ha. Would you like some cans?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
You have cans.
I'm right here for you, buddy.
Yeah, they were there.
I can't take this guy anywhere. I swear. That's
it's
what
like a Thanksgiving.
All right,
without permission.
If you don't talk,
lose your hand.
All right, Rich. Okay. So this is kind of a sad day for all us Star Wars fans. Richard La Parmentier.
Come on, buddy.
Who was best known for playing Marty and the original Star Wars has passed away. They say that acting, and of course, they say that acting is about reacting. If that's true, and that's what we believe. This is by the way from Sci-Fi Wire, and we believe that it is that La Parmentier officially sold one of the most important moments in cinematic history because really, David Prowse did very little to express the concept of the Force choke when he denies Admiral Modi the right to breathe. He just did the little thing with his hand. No, all the heavy lifting was done by La Parmentier. You'll probably remember him as the guy that literally got choked out by Darth Vader. A guy whose pretty much his career was defined by that one moment,
and by smacking down religion. You know, your devotion to that sad ancient religion.
Yeah, I find your lack of faith disturbing. You know,
I find your lack of oxygen disturbing.
Well, hey, at least Peter Cushing had to come between them and say, guys, all right, behave yourselves. Enough. You on this side, you on this side.
And of course, it inspired one of the greatest Robot Chicken skits ever.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Every time he force chokes somebody, I have to pretend.
It was all an act. Yes,
exactly. Because if you let on that you're not really being choked to death by him, he'll whip out his lightsaber and he's going to sever your ass from the rest of your body.
Actually, the exact words was, "First, listen. Lord Vader thinks he can choke us to death, but he can't. But if he knew this fact, he'd kill us all with his lightsaber." I just love how he says, "And he'll kill us all with his lightsaber."
So they had to put on like little, Groucho Marx, glasses.
I know you guys know the Robot Chicken is like one of my favorite.
I am
shows.
well aware.
We're more than
Robot
aware.
Chicken is one of your favorite shows.
It's like tied with Big Bang. It's a tough pick right there.
I mean, the Robot Chicken Star Wars special is better than all the prequels put together.
Oh my God, yes. That was intentional. Yes, I own all of them.
But then again, until recently, Galaxy Quest was the best Star Trek movie. So
yeah.
So I got a little bit of news that's finally okay.
Give us some good
news. If this doesn't give credibility to Kickstarter, I don't know what will. But guess what ended just a couple days ago? The Veronica Mars Kickstarter finally actually ended. You want to hear what the numbers off this thing were? Okay, stop gasping.
He's being force choked.
In a minute, he's about to be just choked. Anyway, over the course of its brief life of 30 days, the campaign set a number of records, including highest number of Kickstarter backers at 91,585. Fastest project to reach $1 million. Fastest project to reach $2 million. The all-time highest funded project in film category. The third highest funded project in Kickstarter history, trailing behind Ouya at 8.6 million and the Pebble Watch at 10.3.
Never heard of those.
The movie will shoot this summer. And look for something from the cast and crew at this year's San Diego Comic-Con.
Now my question will be, and this is an all-important one. Now it is going to be the 10th. It'll be the 10th anniversary reunion for Neptune High School for Veronica's class. Are they actually going to have it on a submarine?
What? Did you just make an obscure joke that no one's going to get?
If you would have watched the initial Kickstarter, if you would have got the initial, see, you got it. I appreciate that. If you would have watched the initial Kickstarter video, he did mention that in there. So, yeah. Well, here's hoping they do get the submarine and they do get the high school reunion on it.
Maybe they can borrow the one from Lost.
Yeah. What's that one doing recently? Nothing much.
Kind of Chica, you got any news you want to talk about this week?
The Beatles have a yellow submarine.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeebus.
I'm trying to keep these people on topic. Chris,
this is what happens with her.
It's a little bit too deep.
the chat room is requesting that I choke you, Chris.
No,
choke her. Choke her.
No.
All right. Do you want to go with?
You're just under too much pressure.
Do you want to talk the JMS story here?
Go ahead.
Okay. So if you may or may not know JMS, that's right, J. Michael Straczynski. I believe he's Richardson's own, actually. JMS there's a reason he chose Netflix Joe Straczynski chose Netflix for his next foray into serialized sci-fi. The Babylon 5 creator recently announced at Netflix that Netflix original series Sense8, a partnership between him and the Wachowskis, because you can't call them the Wachowski brothers anymore. But why try to launch another sci-fi show the traditional way? Straczynski recently sat down to answer some fan questions and took the time to bash network TV for its attitude about sci-fi. Quote, the problem is that networks still don't take sci-fi seriously or even feel threatened by it. I've had executives say that space shows don't work because people don't care about what happens to characters in space. It has to be on Earth or nobody will be interested. I've had them say you can do whatever you want. It's sci-fi. It doesn't have to make sense because it's sci-fi. They always think it has to be somehow or other. The fate of the world has to be at stake. If you're doing a drama, nobody suggests solving relationship problems or the murder has to save the world.
Cliff notes, Chris.
Okay, short and sweet. He goes into talking about basically sci-fi, basically how networks save. A couple shows have been pretty supportive of them. Everything else they just kind of poo-poo on. So that's why you've seen a lot more sci-fi stuff going to cable. Why you've seen a lot more go to, of course, Netflix, which is turning into a great place for series. There's House of Cards. That's completely non-sci-fi. Kevin Spacey's show. You have Arrested Development. It's going to be premiering there. You've got Sense8, his new show that's going on there. You're going to start.
The only issue is that HBO refuses to give anything to Netflix.
Right. Well, see, the thing is, there's also please
on demand.
Yeah, it's all on demand, and plus, you're seeing that. You're seeing Amazon is running the pilot right now for the new Zombieland series.
Yes,
on demand and stuff like this. We're gonna have original content. Guys like our friends in Allegiance Power, doing a sci-fi series, on a shoestring, crowdsourcing episodes. That's the future. It's people independently developing with content, or basically these companies are going with content providers to put out a great product.
Well, what's happening, I think, in a number of media right now is reminiscent of what happened to the music industry in the early 70s when the technology became so dispersed that people could press their own LPs in their garage and they could do their own mixing, and that allows a kind of end-user driven content that hasn't been possible previously, and so you're seeing this in film as well. I mean, 15 years ago, people like Neil Blomkamp would have never been considered for a Star Wars level movie.
Exactly.
And so now you've got a much greater level of innovation and the ability to handle things in house. What was it? Sky Captain of the World Tomorrow. Not a great movie, but a fantastic example of they put together this thing and were able to shop it and get a couple of big actors in it, and they put out a product, and it ended up driving the technology in the market forward.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
And the other thing I'd say too is look at lightsabers, right? As an example, I mean, it's groundbreaking technologies in the 70s. Everybody's really oohed and awed over it, and now you see kids that are doing it with Adobe After Effects, and it's all over that.
Yep. And that's the thing, is that the cheaper the technology gets, the more and the more accessible to, say, a uploading medium, be it a YouTube, a Dailymotion, even if you work out with content providers, something like an Amazon or Netflix, you're getting a lot more that opportunity, those channels open up as well. And I think the thing is, it's number one, you're still going to see big screen productions from Hollywood, but
Disney still owns Star Wars.
Disney still owns Star Wars. They still own the Avengers.
And Marvel. And Muppets.
Yeah, exactly. And the Muppets. Poor Muppets. There really needs to be a crossover.
No.
I would like to see a Star Wars Muppet movie.
Well,
no.
Okay, I'm telling.
All right, your turn. Talk.
No. I must be with you. Because we've talked about DC and we've talked about Disney, Star Wars, and everything.
Yeah.
But I want to move on to one of my favorite series because it's awesome.
She's the Sheriff.
No.
Three's Company.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier. They have released some more artwork of the film, and we got our first look at Cap.
He kind of looks the same as he looked in the Avengers.
And to the layman, probably, but if you'll notice, the brown fingerless glove.
He's got a backpack.
Look of the no, he doesn't have a backpack on. It's more of the Captain Rogers look.
And I think they reversed the red and white in the shield too.
Did they reverse the red and white? No, hey, he got me on that. But yeah, we got our first look at Cap this week. I'm excited about that just because I love the Captain America movie, which actually is playing right across from me, so it's been kind of hard to focus on the show.
Yeah, he's got the
I have a very short attention
DVD
span.
running in the intro screen right now, so that's just kind of mesmerizing.
So Cap's getting a third costume now.
And pretty much all the cast is back except for Hugo Weaving.
He won't be coming back.
Yeah.
He just had to poop.
Spoiler alert.
I will say it's nice seeing Toby. Is it Toby Jones? That's right, Toby Jones.
Toby Jones.
Yeah, it's Dr. Almanzola back. Oh, what if we're gonna put him in the big robot suit?
They have to. He's
the big floating brain.
He's old and he's either dead or he's
Krang.
a robot.
No, I was going to say, as long as he's not Krang. Oh my God.
It's 2013. He's either in that robot suit or he's dead. Okay. Oh Lord, he's gotten something off the
Oh God, here we go.
Emil Zola, ladies and gentlemen.
Emil Zola, that's right. Here we
go. He's got a makeover.
Yeah. Yeah, he's more a dark and moody,
horrible,
brooding
The
Zola.
back of that comic looks far.
Oh, Danger Girl.
Oh, let me see
the new Trinity.
I'm a Danger Girl.
You got yours on the back of yours, dude.
Give me that. Hold on, do I? I don't.
The Muse is force projecting.
That's right.
Here.
She's wearing this outfit tonight.
The Force Muse.
She's wearing this outfit tonight.
That's okay. It's the Force from Robot Chicken, so obviously it doesn't work.
Okay.
He just forgot to play along.
You got another story there, Chris?
Oh, geez. What do I got?
You need to be lining this stuff up.
Dude, I'm lining it up all the time.
What are you moving into? So I can
like a high fade. I'm lining it up all the time, baby.
I'm working the board, so it's going to...
All right. Well, there was a very, very scary rumor that came out today that, thank God, apparently is looking to be nothing more than, I don't know, how should we say it? Bubkiss. Elite Daily, which is just this really...
Bubkiss?
Bubkiss. It's a Jewish word.
Dick Bubkiss?
Dick Bubkiss.
It's what it's called when Chris pulls words out of his butt.
You don't know what bubkiss means? That's a British term, means garbage.
It's a word, just nobody uses it.
Okay, there was a rumor going around, apparently, that thank God it's not true. Rumors have been circulating over the internet for months, or maybe a chance of a Friends reunion in the near future. Apparently, there was a rumor going around as of today that, well, they were going to put together a short, like 12-episode series of Friends. Well, thank God that rumor has proven to be false. We can now sleep safely tonight, folks.
Nice. Yeah. Friends in France or something like that.
Yeah.
Or European Vacation.
Oh, hey, you know what? That was the worst vacation movie. That was the worst vacation movie. Okay.
With any of the original cast, yeah. I mean, they've done some stuff since then.
Yeah.
National Lampoon.
I think the only hope for Vacation is the remake, or is the update remake they're doing with Ed Helms. It's coming out, I think,
next year.
Yeah, pretty much. That's only be the only hope. But no, seriously, thank God. There are certain series that you should bring back. Doctor Who, for example, BSG, perhaps. Yes. Deadwood. Yes.
She's the sheriff.
Yes, exactly.
Which actually brings me into my next. There's an article on Cracked.com. We were talking about sci-fi.
Cracked.
And we're talking about, crowdfunded, lower budget things.
Mad.
Things more done out of love. You go to Cracked.com to their front page right now. It's more, but the address is Cracked.com /blog/5. I'm not even going to read that. You want 5 badass new sci-fi movies that you can watch on your lunch break?
Maybe.
They currently have 5 very short films up there.
I've seen this first one, by the way.
Yes, one titled The Gift, which is a short film. It's
kind of like a robot story. It's really neat.
It's a really good Vacuity or Vacuity. I can't.
Vacuosity?
Vacuity, something. Anyway, Ruin is another film on there, and these are all just short films, but after looking at them, they are awesome. Rosa, and the number one they have on there is...
Well, let's yeah.
Bad...
Shut your mouth.
But I'm just talking about Bad Mother...
Shut your mouth. That's the Russian first-person perspective movie.
Yes.
It's called Bad Mother. Look it up if you're 18.
I would say it if we were in the studio. But anyway, go check out...
There's an 11-year-old kid over there.
Go check out 5 awesome sci-fi movies that you can watch in a few minutes. But watch it after this. But okay, well, I gotta bring. We weren't gonna do this because Rob wasn't here, but he told me to do this. So we are moving into the segment that we like to call.
Oh hell no!
That's right. I love doing that.
Can you do the sounder again? Let me do it.
What? Are you gonna just move your head or something?
Let me do it.
Okay. Oh hell no!
Are you happy there?
Thank you,
Chris. Let me just ask the whole panel there. Who owns your jeans?
I currently own a pair of I actually own a few pair.
Who owns the jeans in your body? You stip.
I think my Lord and Savior,
Gene Simmons.
You don't. So you don't think? So do you think a company should be allowed to own a patent on a gene? Well, that's exactly what's trying to go. Thank you for not, picking up on that. Appreciate that.
Segue.
We're trying to do a show here.
Okay, serious.
Myriad Genetics CEO claims he owns your genes. Supreme Court is about to hear this case on gene patents. Myriad Genetics is claiming that they own a certain gene. I'm trying to get to the... it's an isolated DNA. And Linda actually had a very, very good time with this one, I got to tell you. But
so OCP is happening.
Yeah.
They're claiming that these the papers and everything that is done, that's all based on their work, and they're trying to basically claim that the fact that 95% of the patients that have, I'm sorry, messed all that up. I'm trying to find the actual gene.
Oh, just to fill you in, kids.
Oh, they're claiming that the DNA from the mutations of BRCA1 and BRCA2, which actually,
You're just talking about bric-a-brac.
No.
Didn't he have his own show on?
These genes are linked to an increased risk of breast and ovarian cancer, which was discovered in 1984 by scientists at the University of Utah. But they're claiming that they own the patents on these genes, and quote from them: "Thanks to these patents, you can't look at these genes. They really messed up.
So they
look at these genes
cancer
in your own body without paying a fee to Myriad. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, that's the state of gene patents until last May 2011, when Judge Robert Sweet ruled that Myriad's patents were invalid.
Wouldn't that work in reverse? If your genetics did something that was harmful to future generations, then you'd be liable for that?
Yeah.
That gets into an interesting...
Do I owe money the next time I have cancer?
Yeah.
I think
Boom-booms.
Well, they
I think honestly, like, the right to pass on something to kids should be more determined by your IQ than your genes.
Well,
wow.
I think we're getting into...
Stupid people shouldn't be having kids. Is that basically what you're saying there?
Eugenics, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Oh, I like that.
Right on time for Star Trek's timeline, too.
Oh, jeez. Where's Con Noonan Singh when you need him?
Con Noonan Singh. Well, possibly in the next movie.
I thought he was. I thought they were saying he was going to be Charlie X.
So basically, on top of owning these tests to test for these various types of cancer, which costs about $3,000 to get this test done, by the way, they want to actually own the genetic material, which I figure if they own my genetic material, if it's sitting in a building somewhere, I'm going to come up in there and live, okay?
Well, I think they get into that discussion, too. I think the argument they use is one similar that's been used to people when they donate their bodies to science or when you have surgery or something like that. For example, let's say, I don't know, Jason, heaven forbid, you had to have your gallbladder taken out.
But just so you guys see, like, the full scale of this, if they own that genetic material, they can do whatever they want with it after they do that test for you.
Right, exactly.
And good luck coming to me trying to do something to me, all right?
If they figured out, like, how to clone or anything like that, where they could use your genes for it, they could just do it because they own it.
Does that end up being like a Repo Men thing or something?
Kind of like that.
It's funny what a segue this is.
Are we talking Repo Man or the 1984 classic Repo Man, which is about car repossession?
Here's the craziest thing. Meldrum also actually claims that our patents have also promoted additional research. 18,000 scientists have studied the genes, resulting in 10,000 published papers. So he's just he's just bragging away. This guy needs to take a fist to the face.
Oh, jeez. All the answer to everything with you is fist or punch in the face.
Well, yeah.
I hate babies.
That's what I do.
I hate babies.
So
I'm punching in the face.
See, and I'm reminded of Dr. Demento, boot to the head.
Oh, I love some of the comments in the chat. I'm not reading that on air.
You know, I am going to spill my. Well, never mind.
No. He's not spilling anything. Not on this show.
I will something in his face.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, move on.
Well, what do I have? I have a lot.
You gotta.
Well, you know what? Let's talk to our friend Crow back here. I heard you went to a certain an advanced screening of a film last evening.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because this conversation we were just having provides a nice segue into it.
Do tell.
The movie was Oblivion. Which is the new Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman movie.
I'm out.
It's a Joe Kosinski.
It's a Joe Kosinski film, and Joe Kosinski was, of course, the writer-director of Tron Legacy. Was one of the names that was bandied about for Star Wars Episode 7. He is now working on the Black Hole reboot.
Oh, that's awesome!
He's gonna do.
That is the best news ever.
But it's a good movie. Oblivion is a good movie. I wouldn't rate it quite as high as Tron Legacy, but definitely as a filmmaker, Kosinski has broadened his palette. It's a big movie. Incredible special effects, great chase scenes. It's thrilling. Tom Cruise is not annoying whatsoever, which is
and he looks like and unlike Steve Rogers in the beginning of Captain America, he looks like a normal sized guy.
Well, I mean, there's this forced perspective thing, and they probably hobbitized him a little bit, and of course they cast, people that were also, short.
Oh yeah.
But no, it's a really good movie. I do recommend seeing it in IMAX if at all possible.
I'm trying to imagine the audition for that movie. It's just got a line at the door that says, "You must be this tall."
This tall to star with Tom Cruise.
I wonder if when they did scenes with him and Morgan Freeman, did they put him on a pop crate and kind of just push him?
There weren't a lot of scenes with him and Morgan Freeman, I will say. But it's interesting because people that have been following Freeman's attempts to develop Rendezvous with Rama for the last 20 years are I think, going to be pleased with some of what they see in this movie.
Oh, right on.
It does have certain twists, which I will not reveal too much. But I will say that it's very evocative of 3 films for me. Minority Report, actually 4 films. Minority Report, WALL-E, Independence Day, and Moon, starring Sam Rockwell.
That's a lot of comparisons.
Duncan Jones's Moon, one of my favorites.
Yep. So if you liked any of those films and you wouldn't mind seeing an amalgam of them, go see it.
Okay. I will say and I've heard mixed things about the film. I've heard some people say in kind of preview test screening, they say it's pretty decent, and I've heard some folks say, it feels a little, what's the word I'm thinking? Bloated a little bit.
It's a little long. It's about 20 minutes too long. I will say that.
Okay. Yeah, so, it comes out this Friday, right? Comes out this Friday at your local cinematorium in IMAX. And maybe real 3D or even my favorite D, 2D.
I didn't see it in 3D, but I did see it on IMAX screen, and it was pretty amazing.
So it is in 2D. Okay, cool. So kids, go give the cinema chain your money.
Or not.
And playing in front of it was the new trailer for Star Trek.
And
there we go. Now there's a good movie.
Premiered online this week. The final trailer, which actually finally kind of gives it a little bit more feel. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go around the table. Anybody seen it yet besides Rick and myself? Have you seen it, Jay?
Of course I have.
Okay. Big ship that Charlie X is piloting.
It's not Charlie X.
It's Charlie X.
It's not Harry Mudd either.
No, Harry Mudd would have been more fun.
I saw it on your site. You guys posted that, right? So if anybody hasn't seen it, they can go to your
actually, you can go to the SCNS or Facebook page and see it. There's a link there to the Joe Blow video of it.
Does it give stuff away though?
There's a surprise in there. You were referring to it. They're calling it the Dreadnought class ship.
And of course it has sparked a lot of nerd rumor. Is it the Reliant? It's
definitely not the Reliant, but its silhouette is similar to the Enterprise E.
Yes. Is it did it fall into a mysterious hole in space and time to end up there?
Again, I don't know. I don't know. I have a funny feeling that what we're going to find out is that the falling into the current timeline of the Borgified mining ship that was Romulan from the 2009 movie advanced the timeline and advanced the weaponization of Starfleet substantially.
Yeah.
I mean, the Enterprise from 2009, the 1701, is a vastly bigger and more capable ship than the original series. And this thing that's in the trailer is massive. It's got to be at least 3/4 of a mile long.
Oh yeah, and it's of course, like I said, there's been a lot of nerd rumor. Some people say that's the Section 31 flagship.
Well, because Peter Weller, of course, is in the film, and Peter Weller was in Section 31 in Enterprise.
Yeah, that's right. He played the guy on Mars.
Yep.
What was it? Human Movement on Mars.
Yep.
Yeah,
the Earth First. Yep.
Earth First. Yep.
Oh, by the way, I'm moving back in. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
I was going to give one other. By the way, anybody watch Defiance here this week?
No.
Sci-fi?
No.
Honest? Did you watch? I did. Let's just give a quick round.
Good start.
A little weak. It hopefully will pick up. Anybody playing Defiance, the game, yet?
That's the only thing that I would watch that show for, is to actually get the appearance on the show with my character, because I would name my character something just totally off the wall.
Molestro. Which is, by the way, the best supervillain name ever.
Molestro.
One of my employees was struggling to remember Magneto's name one time. It was like, what's this guy's name?
And somehow
Molestro.
It's amazing.
God.
News. I have a character for you to play on Legions of Powers.
What would the outfit never
That would be awesome.
Well, it would have the Superman S and then an M.
It'd be in black with maybe red lettering.
Okay.
Lots of buckles.
So, whip it good.
Okay. We got our season ender for Walking Dead, but the episode before that,
Merle.
They actually, Michael Rooker's character Merle was, turned into a zombie, but And also, Rick, thank you for turning me on to Guardians of the Galaxy a couple weeks ago.
Welcome.
That is welcome. Because that moves into my next announcement. Michael Rooker has joined the Guardians of the Galaxy film. He will be playing the role of Yondu. Could they have picked a more obscure character?
Well, Yondu was part of the original Guardians.
Yeah, with the big fin.
The 60s Guardians, wasn't he?
Yeah. Did you really want to be Rocket Raccoon? Because I'm still campaigning for Bruce Willis.
I totally could have
experience with the raccoon.
I totally could have had Michael Rooker playing Rocket Raccoon. I want to know who's playing the voice of Rocket Raccoon.
Well, I know, like I mentioned previously, I think they've tried a bunch of voices. And I know they were shopping Sandler. I know they were shopping. They were shopping Jim Carrey.
Oh.
I know there's been a lot of talk of who they've been shopping. I think that's going to be. I think this will be James Gunn's big. Both Groot and him are going to be James Gunn's big surprises.
I swear to God, if they cast Rob Schneider as Rocket Raccoon, I'm going to that theater. I'm just
speaking of James Gunn.
Rooker
has worked with him on Slither and Super beforehand. So,
I love Super.
So far we have Chris Pratt is playing Peter Quill, Star-Lord, Dave Bautista as Drax the Destroyer.
Should have been Jason Momoa.
I'm really holding out. No, he
with dreadlocks and everything.
I think he's locked up doing Molestro.
Yeah,
I'm totally holding out for Zoe Saldana as Gamora. Please,
that supposedly is a possibility.
So now we just need a voice for Groot and Rocket Raccoon. So I mean, if they don't have anybody, I mean, I could totally do Rocket Raccoon.
Maybe
it's my favorite Guardian.
Maybe we could cross our fingers, and maybe the comic universe and the regular and the movie universe will cross over. Maybe we'll get Tony as part of the team as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if he made an appearance.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Assuming he's going to do more films.
Assuming they pay him the $50 million.
By the way,
he'll take less and get points.
The new Guardians book coming out, is it already out yet?
Nope, not yet. Next week, I believe.
That's right, the new one. That's where Tony Stark joins the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess on an adjunct basis, kind of like he did with the Avengers. He's sort of an adjunct.
I believe so.
So.
Also, did anybody else hear that recently about how much Robert Downey Jr. got paid for Avengers, vice everybody else?
A lot.
He basically got paid more than the rest of the cast did combined.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I know there's been some rumors going around about RDJ not playing Iron Man because his price tag was too high. I'm starting to maybe believe that. When you get $50 million, and I think Scarlett Johansson took like $3 million, Chris Evans took like $6 million, but you get 50.
Well, look at it like.
Whoa. Well, Scarlett Johansson got lower than the rest of them?
Yes,
it's a Marvel glass ceiling, man.
Well, they haven't given her own independent movie yet.
Exactly.
Nobody else.
That's part of it, though, right?
Yeah.
The fact is that they've signed on for so many movies. Like I think for Captain America, there was 6 movies or 6-movie deal or something like that.
Right.
The interesting thing is, do you know who got paid the most for the first Iron Man?
That was the dude,
Jeff Bridges.
Nope.
John Favreau.
Terrence
Howard.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Terrence Howard was the one that got paid the most for the first Iron Man movie, mainly because he cut his deal first.
That's right.
He was he got paid more than Robert Downey Jr.
And that's why he was first out the door.
But that's why you could get Robert Downey Jr. for cheap back then. So
yeah.
I could have paid Robert Downey Jr. to be in a movie during that before Iron Man came out.
That was a post sobering up Robert Downey Jr. too. That was his first major big role after Well,
it was really his third act because he had Ally McBeal. That was his first comeback.
Then he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
which is a good movie, by the way. Everybody should get that. It's a great fun movie.
We need to get some washed up star to come on this show.
It sounds like, and I don't
you mean I'm not that person?
I'm just making this assumption, but it probably sounds like with the Iron Man gig is that they didn't make any of these movie deals up front saying you'd have that many, so that's why he was able to get away with that.
Well, and the reason everybody else got less because they had paid him so much, and they were just like, oh, well, you're only getting this.
I think Gwyneth Paltrow is just happy to work in a movie that's not pure country.
But but look at the Avengers team as far as actors are concerned. I mean, which one of those guys or which one of those people on the team actually makes the movie the most? I would go with Iron Man.
Yeah. I would say him, and of course that would be a him and a toss up of him and Chris Evans as Captain America.
I'm sorry, for me it's between like Hulk, but I guess he didn't really do as much because he was voice acting for the most part, but. Then there's Scarlet because that's just nice.
Can we all agree that Hawkeye is filler?
That's just some red.
He's like the
unity right there. That's all that is.
He's like the 15% fat in this burger,
Yeah, I like Hawkeye as far as like the comics and stuff go, but he didn't really.
He's the pink slime of this.
but Scarlet, she was just nice.
Secret of the Ooze.
She was necessary eye candy, so I think.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
I know exactly what she means. I want to see Scarlett Johansson in a tight leather outfit. All right.
Wait. But before that, do you guys remember how he chose his secretary? You guys
yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
That was nice. It was very nice.
Yes, it was.
I mean, no, I don't.
Are they going to make independent movies for Hawkeye and Black Widow?
Had to get the woo.
Well, I don't know that's been of course they were talking about doing the Black Widow movie. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Well, actually, that brings me to my we do have
Notary Public.
The renamed show now. We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming.
You mean
Scarlett Johansson?
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
But she is a non-powered hero.
Disney's
do you think
Agents
there is a chance that Scarlett Johansson would make an appearance on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Probably. There is a slight possibility. Yeah, except but I think they're going to focus.
I would love for that to happen.
I think they're going to focus on real Colton, not the LMD Colton.
Whatever.
Because remember,
I told you my theory.
My theory is he was an LMD.
Well, I hope they focus on Clark Gregg.
Yeah,
Clark Gregg is going to be on the series.
Yeah, they've already Agent Colt. Yeah, like I said, Phil was an LMD in the movie, and the real Phil is part of the TV Shield.
Well, and I'm hoping that he turns out to be Vision.
I have to talk about this story because Linda posted it, and I always because she can't
this is a sad story.
Since we got Muse on, and she's
a girl.
She's a pretty girl who takes pictures on camera and stuff. Muse, what is the average retirement age? Don't you ever do that again, Chris? What? Muse, what's the average retirement age of a Victoria's Secret angel?
14.
I don't know.
You need a healing.
Wow, really? Because they can't even do it till they're 18, and most of the time they don't hire you till you're 21.
So what do you think? What do you think?
What the cutoff age is?
I'm just gonna go down the table and ask what everybody thinks. I don't know what the hell it was.
I don't know the average, but I do know that they have somebody that still works there actually, and she's in her late 40s. So it really just depends if you keep your body in shape, you take care of yourself.
Okay, but this is average. This isn't.
We're not talking the extreme.
Well, but see, it's at the girl's discretion and how long she can actually keep herself in shape.
My answer is 2 pounds over ideal weight.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, it's not an age.
Actually, and you're wrong on that.
That's approaching maximum.
The actual oldest angel. This is just the angels. The specific one. What was that? Was that
30?
Okay, I got 30. Muse, what have you got?
46.
Wrong. Rick?
23.
Okay. Chris?
I'll throw out my favorite number from one of my favorite films, 37.
Hey, Jason.
Wrong.
Where are you getting this number from?
I'm getting this from
Jezebel.com.
The average age of a Victoria's Secret angel is actually 28.
What did I tell you to say?
Ding, ding.
The oldest angel in the retirement home, as they say, is actually Tyra Banks at 32. Wait a minute. Tyra's only 32?
Okay, for one.
That's bullcrap.
Tyra doesn't even technically do stuff for Victoria's Secret in the magazines anymore.
But she doesn't know.
Heidi Klum was with them way longer than that.
She just goes out fully clothed, though.
Hello, I'm Heidi Klum.
She still models for them.
Look at my bosoms. Well, she probably retired at 32, but she's probably not 32.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. She retired at 32. That's right. I'm sorry. I got that all wrong. And that's Tyra of House Tie Baby Productions.
Really? House Tie Baby Productions.
I was wondering if we were talking about like a Game of Thrones noble house here.
So,
Tyra of House Tie.
House Tie.
Tyra was the oldest to retire, right?
Yes.
To retire.
So who's the oldest?
Who's the retire?
Who's the oldest working there?
Retire.
Right now?
Currently, Miranda Kerr, because she's just before her 30th birthday. So, yeah. That was for Linda.
No, they just ran the Tyras off her.
And actually, I just wanted to go to that page to look at the... I just wanted to go there and look at that picture there, because that was pretty awesome.
She looks like a very nice young lady. She's probably paid for her college.
I'll just go ahead and transfer over to that. So, yeah.
Is she also a notary public, like Black Widow?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Black Widow can smartly kill you, so
she can do that whole leg thing around your head, and then,
or with her bosoms. Who said bosoms a moment ago?
Bosoms.
Well, we are entering into the.
I still think that Tyra could have stayed if she wanted to, but she wanted to go do her own stuff.
And she's making more money now.
So she wasn't forcibly retired. I'm just going to run this one right.
Oh Lord!
It's over the cliff.
Chris, you got anything else before we start closing out the show?
Let me ask you a quick question. Okay, because
are you tired?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you real quick. Have you played Injustice yet?
No, I'm not playing Injustice, man.
Why don't you go play? What?
I did.
You did. What's your thoughts?
Fantastic. And there's actually a story to it, which is amazing.
There was a story to Mortal Kombat versus DC too.
Actually, no, Injustice. The story is a little bit more solid.
I actually got a chance to go see all of the characters and all of their specials and watch my friend play through the entire game at Game Trade on Monday night.
But you didn't play it.
and we had a costume ball, which
They had a costume ball.
I might add, I got a $25 gift card for that.
Were you Tyra Banks?
The game was awesome, but I have to say their key character that it seems like they really focused on and really put the most into is Joker.
Yes.
His fatalities are epic, and if you get the Injustice T-shirts, this is great, you guys. Have you ever had the zombie T-shirts where you pull it over your head, there's a zombie? You pull it over your head,
and there's a Joker, right?
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, okay, so you've played it. I'll tell you actually what I am waiting for, and I think they just announced this here. They actually announced this here about a week or two ago. DC is going into the MOBA business, the MOBA business, and that's right. Infinite Crisis is coming out. I will be playing. I'm actually trying to get in the beta right now.
Well, I actually have something to add to the Injustice release because they're gonna have the DLCs later.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of foreshadows what they're gonna have in the DLC because they have half of the Teen Titan team and not the other half, and so it's kind of obvious that you're gonna have at least those characters. And they do that with a lot of characters that you usually see together. You have half of it basically, so you kind of see what's coming, and that's how they make you really want it because they have Raven, Cyborg, and
I'm listening.
The other Robin, the new Robin.
Nightwing?
The later one, Nightwing, thank you.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Nightwing. And so you're kind of sitting there going, well, where's Starfire?
Right.
And where's, Beast Boy?
Oh, there you go again with Starfire.
Coming soon.
Always. So, the DLC is going to be epic.
I do have one last story. Anybody play Skyrim?
Yeah.
And lose your life to Skyrim?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading this.
It has been announced, Bethesda has announced there will be no more DLC for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
No.
So you can move on with your lives now. Damn. If they would only do this for Borderlands 2 so I could move away from that game. I can't. All right, we're coming up on to the close in the show. I want to go ahead and thank Kim Pearson for being on the show, and we're going to see you around. Thanks for hanging out with us again.
Thank you, sir, for coming out with us this evening. We appreciate it.
Chris, you want to go ahead and start talking about anything? It's time to do the plugs.
Okay, shameless plug time. Oh, by the way, we're coming back here. Oh, that's right. We're going to be back here in a couple weeks for Free Comic Book Day.
Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, I wanted to mention what we got going on. So
please give it to us.
Well, I'll let you guys talk about what you guys are going to do. But
we're going to be talking on the there. Talk about it.
Okay, so
talk about it.
Actually, we're going to be doing an evening panel, which you guys are going to be hosting.
Oh, okay. That's right. We're hosting.
And collaborating with the guys from Comics Alternative.
Okay.
And we're bringing in some special guests as well. Some of the guys from Ape Entertainment, some independent content creators.
Like those guys.
And Brent Irwin, the CO.
Malestro.
I am making that
You're welcome to come back anytime, sir.
And the topic of this is going to be, are we in a new golden age of comics? And we want to turn this into an annual event here at Lone Star on Free Comic Book Day, an evening event kind of for the more discerning comic book readers and fans. Exactly, yeah, the chin massagers.
I'll be scratching my beard and smoking my pipe.
So and we got 51 free comic book titles that are going to be available on Free Comic Book Day, and we're open 10 to 8. That's Saturday, May 4th, Star Wars Day. Again, May the 4th be with you.
I'll be here with my coffee.
What we're doing, also Luke Skywalker from Magic Time Machine is making an appearance. Also on Sunday, Revenge of the Fifth, the Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures tabletop combat game system. We are staging the Battle of Yavin. We're not sure yet how many starfighters we're going to have that are playable, but it'll be somewhere in the 31 to 42 range.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So at least 12 X-Wings, 8 Y-Wings, Black Squadron, Vader's Fighter, and the Millennium Falcon. And that's going to be all day. It's going to be free on Sunday, May the 5th, Revenge of the 5th, from 12 to 6, right here at Lone Star Comics in Plano, 3100 Independence Parkway, Tom Thumb Shopping Center.
All right, and I wanted to plug really quick. We've already got a lot of planning going into Brony Fest for next year, and I wanted to let you guys know that pretty soon here
Brony Fest 2.
Stop that.
Electric Boogaloo.
We'll be posting our Brony Fest 2 information, all of the stuff for 2014, and all of our new guests. It's really exciting stuff, you guys.
Tell all your friends and neighbors.
And I got to go ahead.
That's no hay.
Next week we will be live from the X Cave, and next week we are having some guests on. Do we have anybody who's a fan of the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers?
Oh, wow. Where do we start?
Which version?
Yeah, which version?
Any version.
I'm a fan of the Pink Ranger.
Who isn't a fan? Which original Amy Jo Johnson or one of the many?
Yes.
Okay. Next week, we will have some of the cast and crew of the MMPR.
It's a little project they're doing.
the MMPR fan film that's being made. Actually, it looks pretty good. They actually have the voice of the original Lord Zed voicing Lord Zed in this movie, and a lot of the actors from previous runs of Power Rangers have. Wow, I can't believe I actually said that. Previous runs of Power Rangers have basically said they've given them their blessing to go ahead and go forward.
Is Billy going to be in it?
No.
Billy's not going to be in it?
No. Anyway.
I also wanted to go ahead and plug Anime Hideaway. If you guys didn't know, it's a really awesome anime store, but it's also a great little hangout place. You're welcome to come in and hang out anytime. Also, every 2 weeks we have a Brony meetup, and there's lots of free snacks, food, all kinds of stuff, and we get to play, apples to apples, little board games, and play some great animes. It's
you have
really
bronies
fun.
bobbing for apples?
So,
that's amazing.
No,
I'm going to go watch.
It's apples to apples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you play different words. Never mind. Okay.
I love the look you
So
gave
if
me.
you know,
She looks slightly confused.
We had our last one last Sunday. So
give her
we
her
have
feedback.
One, this coming Sunday, but the following. And also, I wanted to replug for Ken to make sure you guys actually go to that website and donate.
Yes. Emily +1. Check out the Facebook page. It's right there. Probably won't be the last time you see that.
Yeah.
Donate.
Thank you very much.
Give money now.
But I do want to thank Ken. Ken, you've got to come on and come out with us again.
Come out with us again. Talk some
smack.
Yeah, that too.
You bet.
Do some smack.
I love being here.
Mainline it.
Come back.
No, I'm kidding.
Always welcome to come back.
Yeah, you are absolutely welcome. We thank you for coming on. You're a great guest. You actually presented us with some interesting material, and we always like to have interesting guests, interesting material, tell us about what they do and what they love and their passions. And would you quit showing your stuff on there? We're trying to promote this awesome. Man.
Acon 24.
Ah, really?
Yeah, we have not. I'm just
Acorn
going to go ahead and say we have not gotten anything back from Acon yet. So
well, we'll just say we may be out there.
You do realize that I work that every year,
yeah,
right?
well, the
and
press
you
people have not
to
gotten
talk
back.
to them?
I've talked to them already.
Work your magic. Let's put it that way.
This is what you get for missing staff meetings.
Do that. Help me out here.
Help a brother. Help a brony out. And a brother out.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Did we ever show the picture? Okay. We have to.
Oh my God.
We have to show.
Dude, you know what it is?
The picture.
It's Black Lightning.
Oh God.
Okay.
If Mike Tyson ate a Smurf.
That's what he looks like. Black Lightning.
If Mike Tyson ate a Smurf.
Wow, that is Jamie Foxx as Electra right there. I almost forgot to go into this one. That was.
That is Jamie Foxx as getting paid for this bullshit.
Jamie Foxx. I like my picture.
I knew the Black Lightning jokes.
That reminds me of the Alien song that Katy Perry did.
Please.
Yep.
Can you sing us a couple bars? Hum us a couple bars there.
No, that's right.
Is that like fireworks where fireworks shoot out of her?
Look, I watch Katy Perry
That's a
videos.
totally different song.
Yeah, I agree. I watch Katy Perry videos.
Well, I will say.
They're really awesome.
Did you kiss a girl and did you like it?
No, but I like Katy Perry videos. Okay.
I love Katy Perry.
I will say when Katy Perry.
I love me some Katy Perry too.
I would kiss her.
When Katy Perry sings Alien,
I'm sorry.
The emotion swells. It bursts out of my chest.
And the chat room goes crazy.
And it runs off.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my
love me some
ragtime.
Katy Perry.
Anyways, so let's do shameless plug time, guys. SCNSlive.com is your home for all the really cool stuff from us.
I don't know what I'm pointing at because there's no.
He keeps pointing things to himself.
I'm used to a camera being here.
This poor boy.
Thank you, random citizen.
Jason should cosplay as Katy Perry. No.
Well, which Katy Perry should he do? Kissed a Girl Katy Perry? Should he do California Dream?
I think that was a really bad joke because I said I would kiss Katy Perry, but you guys know he's married, right?
Now what? Who?
She's not married.
No, Jason is married.
Totally.
I said I would kiss Katy Perry, and they were like, Jason, you should dress up as Katy Perry.
I don't know where that came from.
I'm just connecting dots here.
They said blue hair. Why? How did we suddenly get on to Jason dressing as Katy Perry?
Okay, Medea, bring it.
Jeez.
I must share with you my theory sometime about how easy it is to make a Medea movie.
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
It is. It's like a DIY, like a
No,
Mad
stop
Lib.
explaining. I will bash your head in.
It's a Mad Lib.
Do you just use the throwaway costumes from Martin Lawrence movies?
Yeah, exactly.
I will find a hammer if you ever try to explain anything Medea related to me, because I honestly don't give a damn.
Hey man, Tyler Perry was Starfleet commander in Star Trek,
and he also was a horrible version of Alex Cross. So there.
Tyler Perry and Medea goes to Starfleet.
To hell with Tyler Perry.
Okay, so
Medea goes Klingon.
Also, big thanks to.
I know what all that means.
Shut up!
There's Klingons on the starboard bow. We got waffle. We got waffle. Come on, babe.
Chris will die.
You haven't seen Medea Witness Protection, have you? Oh, it's horrible.
You mean witless projection?
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, I do want to thank Rick Cromack from Lone Star Comics in Plano, 3100 Independence Parkway, Suite 318 in Plano, Texas. Come by here. They have the largest back issue stock in the state, in the country, in the world,
in Starfleet. Or actually in this dimension.
We haven't gotten off this planet yet, so sorry, so that does not count.
Okay, by the way, also, SCNSLive.com is our website, Facebook.com, SCNS Live. Check us out on the YouTubes, YouTube.com, Untitled SCNS, and also our Twitch channel, Twitch.tv, SCNS Live, where you'll see us do some Saturday Night Supercade this week. This week, I think we're going to probably load up a little, if we can get it to load, Age of Wushu, which, by the way, just as a side, great MMOG, free to play. It's like real martial arts. You gotta basically learn.
Also, a big shout out to our friends out there at MPX. They're having their MPX Mayhem at the Mid-Cities 4 out at 1820 Reliance Parkway, Suite 100 in Bedford, Texas. Doors open up at 7:30 until 10.
Is the guy with the grill going to be out there again?
The guy
with the grill in Bedford. That's.
There's a guy.
There'll be a lot of guys.
Yes, they have hot dogs and burgers.
Hot dogs, burgers.
Tickets are $8 for adults, $5 for kids. Save $2 when you bring your own chair.
Is there food here? I'm hungry.
Or your own
sweet Jeebus.
Down the corner. So anyway, yeah, we are closing out the show. I guess I want to thank Ken Pearson for coming on the show. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ken. We appreciate it, sir.
For letting us come on the show.
Back.
I'm Jason the X.
I am the Professor Christopher Danger. Stay safe. Keep on nerd.
No, she's supposed to say something.
You're supposed to say something, woman.
You're Muse.
Let's try that again.
You're Muse.
I'm Jason the X.
I'm Professor Christopher Danger.
And until next week, guys, Chris.
Stay safe and keep on nerding, and we'll see you later. Adios.
Tony Randall as the Moo Chick.